Hello everybody, Mrs. Hewitt here again. Yesterday we went over how to round to the nearest 10, and today we will be going over how to round to the nearest 100. And if you missed some videos in the past, they're still up there, you can still watch them. They're just going to be reviewing some older skills we learned this year. Alright, so for my first one, I'm going to start with 364. Now yesterday we focused on the tens place, but today we're rounding to the nearest hundred. So I'm thinking about this 3 here in the hundreds place. And I'm going to do the same kind of thing where I draw my vertical number line. And I want to put the 100 that is before 364 and the 100 that is after 364. The 100 that is before 364 would be 300. And the 100 that is after 364 would be 400. Now, if you're not sure if you're correct with your hundreds, think about this number. Would it fit in between these two hundreds? If it does, then you're in the right spot. I also have to put my midway point, but this time I'm thinking about the midway point between 300 and 400, which would be 350. Same as yesterday, I'm now deciding where 364 fits. Does it come before 350 or after 350? Well, I know that 64 comes after 50, so I'm going to put it right after. And then I can see that it is closer to this 100 of 400. So I'm going to round up to 400. And remember, we're always going to round to the top or the bottom, not the midway point. The midway point is kind of just a tool to help us figure out which one it's closer to. Because it kind of, you can see it since it's in this section, then it would be closer to this one. Okay, next one. Let's do 719. Okay, so same as yesterday, or the one we just did. I'm going to do my vertical number line. And I'm thinking about which 100 comes before 719 and what 100 comes after 719. Well, the one that comes before. And to help you with this, if you aren't sure, you're always going to kind of just do the 100 of what this one is. So I see this is a 7 in the hundreds place, so my first 100 down here would be 700. And then my 100 after 719 would be 800. My midway point is 750. Now I have to think about where does my number 719 fit in? Does it come after 750 or before? Well, 19 is way smaller than 50, so I know it's going to fit in right here. It actually might be closer to 700 than it is to 750. So since we're in this bottom section, I know it's going to round down to 700. Okay, great. I'm just going to erase and do a few more. I'm going to throw in a trickier one like I kind of did at the end of the video yesterday. I'm going to do 850. Okay. So I'm doing my vertical number line. What 100 comes before 850? If I look at that 8, I know that 800 is my first one. And then what 100 comes after 850? Well, 800 plus another 100 would give me 900. And then my midway point is 850. Well, if I look at the number that I gave you originally, 850 is the same as the midpoint. Well, what do? When it's the same as the midway point, do we round down or do we round up? So the rule here is we always round up when there's a 5 next to the one we're rounding. So 850, if it is the midway point, I'm going to round up to 900. Okay. I'm going to do one with the thousands place. Okay, let's see. I'm going to do 2,423. Now, I'm still just looking at the hundreds place. Make sure you find which number you're rounding before you get started. So I know I'm going to round that 4 because it's in the hundreds place. I'm ignoring that 2. It's just there, but I still have to write it in later. So I'm going to do my vertical number line. And then I have to think about what 100 comes before 423 and what 100 comes after 423. I know that 400 comes before 423, but I'm going to add that 2 in there as I'm still going to include that. So I'm going to put this down here. That's just there, but now I'm adding my 400. Okay? And then coming up here, the 100 that comes after 423 is 500, and I still have to add that 2 in there. Okay, so now I have 2,400 and 2,500, but I'm still just kind of thinking about the hundreds I have here. And then the one in the middle, I'm putting that 2 there. I don't have to worry about that. And then I'm just thinking about the midway point, which would be 450. Okay, now I need to think about where this fits in. I'm ignoring that 2. Where does this go? 423. 423. Would it go before 450 or after 450? Well, I know that 23 is less than 50, so I'm going to put it in before 2,450. Okay. Now remember, I'm not rounding to the midway point. I'm just rounding to the bottom or the top. So I'm going to round down to 2,400. Okay. That is all the practice I'm going to do today. I don't want to make it too long. I hope you got what I got, and I hope this is making sense to you. All right, love you all. Bye.